Praise the Lord, amen. Jesus, hopefully this will take. If it doesn't, then I'm going to wait until tomorrow and then I'll share it. Nonetheless, I didn't really pay much attention to that dream or to the test in that dream. And the next thing you know, everybody else is going up this mountain. And that's where my concern came in, because it seems like they went up a mountain to do this work. And, I'm immediately thinking about Mount Zion and the sons and daughters going up, okay. And then they come down with healing and deliverance in their wings. So I wasn't going to get to go because I had failed that test. And so when I found out about it, I went to ask about it to find out if I could maybe take the test again, or to explain what had happened regarding that. And apparently there was nothing that could be done about that. That was it. I had failed the test, and because of that, I would not be able to go up there. And then I explained, listen, I'm critical. He says, unless you're of a critical need to the thing. I said, oh, yes. Jesus, I'm able to look at things and see things and understand things and be able to help people to come up with different ideas about how to deal with certain situations. And so I believe I'm critical to that. Amen. But that was my defense. And then it seems like a day or so, and I'm learning, I really felt bad inside myself. I felt disappointed that I wasn't going to be able to do that. And then the thought of acceptance for the situation came in, and his will be done, kind of thing. But then all of a sudden, the guy who's in charge of the crew happened to show up, and I wanted to try to explain to him what took place and see if there was anything that could be done. Well, he's sitting there. He's got either it's one fish that's been filleted in two halves, or two fish, but it seemed like a filleted, cut in half fish. And it's breakfast time. And I said, well, that's the breakfast of champions, but I can tell you by 10 o'clock, it's going to start to cause you some problems. So I haven't really analyzed a lot about the dream, but it was disturbing enough for me. Amen, Jesus. Along with the first one, which I did seem to get out on the first video about the greed part. That, like I said, these could be attacks of the enemy. I'm going to go back and inventory everything I've bought in the last year or so to see how that fits into those situations of which might be considered greed. And mainly the stimulus checks, I planned on just paying down on what debt I have. Let's try to stay in good standing. And but the other, there's not much you can do about that. We'll just have to see how things work out. But I felt that it was important that I share not just positive things or positive dreams, or but to be willing to offer things that are of concern to me. And so you guys may be encouraged to share some of the dreams that maybe you're having that aren't all that positive, because the devil hates things being brought out to the light, where it can be exposed to others and the light of God and the ministry, all right? Because then others get to look at it, and we get counsel from that, okay? And all of a sudden, whatever hold of fear or anxiety, that we might be suffering as a result of these dreams or things that may have taken place, no longer have their authority, their power in our lives, because the light dispels the darkness in those things. So anyway, I love you guys. The Lord be with you and bless you in Yeshua's name. No disconnect. So it looks like by the grace of God, this one will get up. Got to get in there and get my shower this morning. Amen. Amen. I love you guys. The Lord be with you and bless you in Yeshua's name. Amen.